Have you ever wondered in the middle of the night? Are electric cars really better for the environment? Are they truly cheaper in the long run? Or are we falling for a green illusion? One that makes us feel like we're saving money and the planet, while the reality might be very different. Welcome to Midnight Reflections, where curiosity never sleeps. Now, let's find out. Where curiosity never sleeps. In recent years, electric cars have become the center of a worldwide debate. Some see them as the clean future of transportation, while others believe they're just an expensive trend, or worse, a new tool of control and surveillance in the hands of corporations and governments. But what's the truth? Let's start from the beginning. Governments around the world have been heavily promoting electric cars through tax incentives, free charging stations, and even low-interest loans. But the reasons behind this push aren't always as clear as they seem. In some countries, electric vehicles can actually cost less than fuel-powered ones of the same category. But in most places, EVs are still 30 to 50% more expensive than their traditional counterparts. And yet, people continue to buy them, believing they're cheaper to maintain and more efficient in the long run. But is that really the case? Let's take a closer look. Surprisingly, manufacturing an electric car is more polluting at first than producing a traditional one. That's because of the enormous energy needed to build the battery and extract the rare metals inside it, such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel. In fact, producing an EV generates up to 40% more emissions compared to a gasoline car. Of course, these emissions mostly happen during manufacturing, while fuel cars emit them continuously throughout their lifespan, usually balancing out after the first 4 to 5 years of driving. When it comes to efficiency, electric cars have a huge advantage. They use about 90% of their stored energy to move the wheels, whereas traditional cars barely reach 25%, losing the rest as heat. In other words, EVs are 3 to 4 times more energy efficient. Mechanically, electric cars are also much simpler. They don't need engine oil, spark plugs, or exhaust systems, and even the brakes last longer thanks to regenerative braking. This makes their maintenance costs about 40% lower than traditional cars. But despite all these benefits, the question remains, are electric cars truly cheaper and cleaner in the long run, or is there something much bigger hidden beneath the surface? When it comes to batteries, the story becomes far more complex. Traditional car batteries have an impressive 99% recycling rate, making them one of the most recycled industrial products in the world. They typically last 3 to 5 years. Electric car batteries, on the other hand, last much longer, around 15 to 20 years, but only about 10% of them can currently be recycled. The reason is simple but alarming. There's no effective technology yet to recover the heavy and toxic metals inside, like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These materials don't decompose naturally and can remain hazardous for hundreds of years. While many advocates proudly claim that EVs produce zero emissions, they often overlook the bigger picture. Yes, electric cars don't emit CO2 while driving, but the electricity that powers them often comes from sources that do. As electricity demand rises, energy companies are forced to increase production, often relying on fossil fuels, which means more emissions elsewhere. So, in reality, we haven't completely eliminated pollution. We've just moved it from the road to the power plants. Over time, electric cars do balance out their initial impact and become more eco-friendly compared to fuel cars. They also have lower operating and maintenance costs, which is a major advantage for consumers. However, the financial model behind EVs is rapidly changing. Manufacturers have started introducing monthly subscriptions for essential features, advanced maps, safety sensors, software updates, and more. And within a few years, nearly every automaker is expected to adopt this model. This means that even after buying your car, you might still need to pay monthly just to use certain functions, or in some cases to drive the car at all. Your vehicle is no longer a simple possession. It's becoming a service. And then there's the data, an invisible currency that might be even more valuable than money itself. Every smart sensor and camera inside your EV collects massive amounts of data. Where you go, how you drive, what you buy. That data is transmitted back to the manufacturer, giving companies unprecedented power over consumer behavior and potentially personal freedom. If the true goal behind the electric revolution was to save the planet, we would also see global efforts targeting major polluters like commercial ships, which emit 3 to 4 times more pollution than all the world's cars combined. Yet, hardly anyone talks about them. And finally, there's a darker truth: the lack of serious support for research into battery recycling. Instead of investing in sustainable solutions, the prevailing mindset seems to be, if we can't recycle them, we'll just bury them. In other words, find a suitable piece of land in a poorer country, dump the batteries there, and move on. A convenient shortcut that saves money today but poisons tomorrow. So, are electric cars truly the clean revolution we've been promised? Or are they simply the modern version of the same old game? Now you know. Got more midnight questions? Drop them in the comments. Stay curious, and I'll see you in another Midnight Mystery.